Okay guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are testing the XRK Stalker in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. A lot of people are saying this is one of the best guns against bosses in this game, so I thought I had to come in and give it a try. And as you'll be able to see, I haven't built this gun to have the craziest ADS speed, and I've simply built it to have better damage than actual ADS speed. And the reason for that is, I really want to test it against bosses and see how much damage it can do. And of course, if it's built for better bullet velocity, better damage range and all that sort of stuff, it should do more damage in game anyway. So as always with these videos, we are going to do our best to get this up to tier 3 Pack-a-Punch as fast as possible. Obviously, I've loaded in with a legendary A for tool as well, just to be able to fully test this gun properly. But of course, the great thing about having a sniper is, as long as you can hit your shots, you can do the damage from a stupidly long distance. Like, it doesn't matter where zombies are, as long as you can see them, you can take them out of a one-shot, which is pretty crazy. As long as it's a headshot without it being pack-a-punch. But if I go ahead and just pack-a-punch this once, as we do here, we have now got it at tier 1 pack-a-punch. I should be able to shoot them in the body, and it should be a one-shot kill, just like so. So you can sort of just one-shot at any range in the tier 1 zone once it's tier 1 pack-a-punch. So I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to jump and test it straight into the tier 2 zone, test it in the tier 3 zone, and all that sort of good stuff as well. Like, a lot of people have been saying this is great for grinding tier 3 because of the damage that it does, and it's also very, very good at taking out bosses. So I do definitely want to try it out. My one concern is the fact that the ADS speed on this gun isn't the craziest. And we do, I believe, now have, what, 20 bullets in the magazine, if I'm correct? Yeah, 20 bullets in the magazine, so that's not too bad. And of course, against normal zombies, with it being a sniper and having that stupidly high damage, it is going to be able to take them out of the game nice and easy. There's going to be no problem taking out zombies within this game, and I do a lot of sniping anyway in Modern Warfare 3 and just in multiplayer, so I know how to use the snipers. I'm pretty good with the sniper. I'll be able to hit my shots nice and easily, so that bit doesn't concern me, and we should be able to, if we line them up, just easily get collaterals as well, which is indeed the case, which is exactly what I was hoping for. So there's a tier 2 armored zombie, which is a 2-shot headshot by the looks of it. It takes the armor off on the first shot and then kills them with the second. And as we did see just a moment ago, again, it's another armored zombie. If we hit the shot, one shot to the head is going to take the armor off, second shot's going to take them out. So it is going to be a one-shot headshot on normal zombies. As we can see, if we let these come around the corner, bang. Okay, I didn't hit a headshot there, so let's try and hit headshots on these zombies if we can. Tier 2 zombie, one-shot headshot, there we go. It's just the armored zombies that we need to be a little bit more careful of, because it is going to be a 2-shot. But we're going to go ahead, try and get this up to tier 2 pack-a-punch and all of that sort of stuff nice and quickly, and then we can really start testing it out in that tier 3 zone. So I was just doing a little bit of looting in tier 2 just to try and get some cash while my teammate's completing a contract. And we actually come across a tier 3 pack-a-punch crystal, which is actually very, very useful. So now all I need to do is get enough cash to tier 2 pack-a-punch it, and we can be flying through this video now. So as you can see, in a situation like this where there's a whole bunch of zombies around, it's going to get a little bit more techie than I'd like it to, simply because, of course, that ADS speed isn't too crazy, but the damage it's going to do is pretty powerful, especially in the tier 2 zone. Like, once it's tier 3 pack-a-punch legendary A for tool, it's going to be doing even more damage. So we can sort of play off. We should be doing damage through the zombies as well. Like, every time we get a kill, it is going to go through that zombie and do even more damage. I do need to actually be a little bit careful there, because there's quite a few zombies around. But as you can see, like, we should be able to just melt through them, especially if this was a one-shot, which it will be in the tier 3 zone by the time we tier 3 pack-a-punch it, and also legendary A for tool. I'm hoping, anyway, it should be a tier 1-shot to all the zombies within that zone. But as you can see, we can do damage through the zombies. You're going to take collateral damage, which is pretty great, which is what's going to make this gun a little bit more bearable and a little bit more usable in those zones. So I thought, what better way to test this gun, as it's meant to be so good against bosses? Why not start a HVT in the actual tier 2 zone, and we can see just how good this gun is going to be if we can test it out from a bit of a distance. Let's hit some headshots on it. This is tier 1 pack-a-punch, don't forget. My teammate doesn't seem to want to get involved. Okay, so at tier 1 pack-a-punch, it doesn't seem to be too bad, you know. It actually doesn't seem to be doing too bad for damage. You got to remember, this is tier 1 pack-a-punch. No additional upgrades to the gun, just simply a tier 1 pack-a-punch gun. There we go. We managed to drop him. My teammate done quite a lot of damage there, I can't lie. But yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. Again, that's only at tier 1 pack-a-punch. There's no tier 2 pack-a-punch in the tier 2 zone, which of course is going to do a lot more damage when we get to that point. This zombie is on me right now. Like, it actually wants me. There we go. A little no-scope on that one. We've turned that one into a friendly zombie. So we've now got enough to go ahead to tier 2 pack-a-punch it. So I'm going to find the nearest pack-a-punch station. Probably just jump straight into tier 3 with it, to be honest. Just to upgrade it there. But as you can see, there's a disciple in the tier 2 zone. See what sort of damage we can do. A couple of crit shots. That's what, 4? Oh, I can't hit another shot. I actually can't hit a shot. I cannot hit a shot. So I think that was, what, a 4 or a 5 shot? It actually eliminated that disciple very quickly, considering this is only a tier 1 pack-a-punch in the tier 2 zone. So I'm very excited to get this all the way up upgraded, which is exactly what I'm going to go and do right now. Okay, so as you can see, we're in the tier 3 zone. I should be able to just run in a tier 2 Pack-a-Punch this thing pretty quickly. We'll test it at tier 2, and if it does a good damage, we'll leave it for a minute or so. If it seems a little bit weak, I'll chuck that legendary Aether tool on straight away. I mean, doesn't seem... That was a body shot, and all body shots in most of the zones have been like hit markers, so I'm not too worried about that as such. Yeah, so it seems to do decent damage at tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. It's not a clean one-shot every single time, which is kind of a bit annoying. As you can see, we've got like these tier 3 zombies just actually hounding my ass right now. So we can do that. Drop one with a headshot. Take that. Yeah, okay. So it's not too bad. You just need to be a little bit more mobile with this gun. If you're going to try and use this in tier 3, you need to be mobile with it. I'm going to end up going down there if I'm not careful. I need to just try and run away real quick. So I've got mimics chasing me. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to run out of tier 2 and jump back in, or jump out of tier 3 and jump back into tier 2 just for a moment so that we can test this gun, see what sort of damage we can do. Let me see if I can hit a mimic from here and see what sort of damage it will do. I've just realized they are all trying to just run round to me right here, which isn't ideal. So what I'm going to do is chuck the legendary Aether tool on, just because then it will start doing a little bit more damage. We should be able to drop these zombies a little bit easier. So we've got the mimics coming up. That should drop that mimic pretty quick. Another mimic coming. Another 3-shot to the mimic. Again, this is only tier 2 Pack-a-Punch, don't forget. It's not tier 3 Pack-a-Punch yet. Okay, so a Disciple just decided it's going to pull up on me for no reason. So I do have to try and play it a little bit more clever, just to make sure I'm hitting the shots that I need to hit. And I'm actually hitting headshots, not rushing it to hit body shots. But it doesn't... Do you know what? It doesn't seem too bad, even at the tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. These are all tier 3 zombies, don't forget, so it doesn't seem too bad. Just this sort of situation is where I need to be a little bit more careful. We managed to drop all of them pretty quickly. Tier 2 zombies now seem to be like they're just going to be one-shot no matter where we're hitting them, which is great. But yeah, we've got a couple of tier 3 still running at us. But here we go. Tier 2 zombie to the body. Yeah, it is going to drop them pretty quickly there. So there we go. That's not too bad. What our main test is now, of course, going to be is the tier 3 Pack-a-Punch this thing and really see what sort of damage it's going to do. Now it's got the legendary Aether tool on it as well. So the gun doesn't seem too bad from what I've used so far. I mean, obviously, it's not the best gun to use against a whole horde of zombies because it's got that slower ADS speed. It's not the fastest gun in the world, but it doesn't feel too bad. Like, it actually doesn't feel too bad, especially the fact I've not got it built for max ADS speed. I have got it built for, like, more damage range than ADS speed. So if we do go ahead and chuck that tier 3 Pack-a-Punch crystal on, there we go. We're now up at tier 3 pack. One shot the Hellhound with no problem. Let's see what sort of zombies we are going to have run up on us and see what sort of damage we can do when they do get here. So we've got a zombie here. Oh, it's a one shot to the body now. Okay. So the armored zombies are still going to be 2 shots, I think. But the normal zombies... Right, so we've got an armored zombie here. 1-shot headshot. 2... Yeah, so armored zombies are going to be 2 shots, which is kind of what I expected. I didn't really expect much less. So disciples are like 2 shots as well, which is kind of crazy. Let all of these line up. We're going to do enough collateral damage through them to actually do a decent bit of damage now, which is great. Could drop that disciple pretty quickly. Right, so armored zombie, I think we just 1-shot. Okay, it might be insta-kill still, actually. I might have insta-kill on. So take that back. I didn't 1-shot. It should have been a 2-shot, but I forgot I had insta-kill that was active. For some reason, it's just not showing up. Yeah, now that we've upgraded it, I can definitely see that this thing's going to be pretty crazy against the boss zombies. Again, against the hordes of zombies, it's not going to be amazing simply because it's got a bit of a slower ADS speed. You've only got 20 bullets. You need to make sure you're hitting your shots because you're bolting each bullet one after the other. Whereas some of the snipers in this game, you can, of course, just actually semi-automatic rather than bolt action. So they might be a little bit easier to use in the tier 3 zone, which I might go ahead and try. But, of course, with this gun, you are having to rely on that bolt to go in before you can shoot again. We'll drop this Hellhound. Another Disciple in front of us. Drop the Hellhound again. Disciple, 2 or 3 shot the Disciple there. Pretty crazy, I'm not going to lie. Definitely want to try this out against the Mega Abomination and see what sort of damage we can do to one of those. But now that it's 1-shot in the normal zombies and it's like 2-shot against the armored zombies, it does kind of make the gun a little bit easier to use, I'm not going to lie. Especially when there's a bunch of zombies around, he says, before he's about to go down. Let's just see what we can do damage-wise. We've got armored zombie just running at us. So when they're close, you can even no-scope and it's going to do a decent bit of damage to them. Then the zombies that are running after you, you can sort of focus those, let the other ones hoard up a little bit behind you and do the damage. So as you can see, I've eliminated a whole zone of zombies that have just spawned in. Not too painfully, to be honest. I nearly went down at one point, but it wasn't like But it wasn't like I was literally about to go down. I still had a little bit of health. I could still quite easily save the situation. So I was never at any point where I was like, oh no, I'm actually going to go down here. So I don't know. It seems pretty decent. And of course, with having the range on it, you can do the damage from a long distance, especially on these manglers and things like that. You can let them all start running up on you. You can no-scope all of these ones. The mangler's going to get closer. I can't seem to hit a headshot, but there we go. The first headshot we do hit just drops the mangler with no problem. I don't know, it's not bad, you know. It's actually not too bad. I mean, having 20 rounds in the magazine also isn't that small of a magazine size, to be honest. It's actually a pretty decent size for this gun. Again, the only thing that you really need to be careful of is the fact that you are having to wait to bolt that bullet in before you can shoot again. That's the only thing that's probably going to catch you out in some situations. So if you are planning on going ahead and using this gun, I do recommend just being a little bit more careful and a little bit more wary of having to bolt the bullet in. That's the only thing I'm saying with this gun so far that seems to be catching me out in any sort of situation. But I can see why people say this takes bosses out very quickly. Like, it does genuinely seem very good against the boss zombies within this game. So let's try and take out some of these zombies, and then we should be able to take down this Mega Abomination with any luck. Okay, so here we go. Mega Abomination fight. Let's see what sort of damage we can do to this thing. Let's crack it open once. Hopefully, it's just going to open its head and try and fire lasers out straight away, which it is. Oh, no, it's actually going to charge me. I thought it was actually... Okay, so it's going to be a 2-shot to each eye, which isn't too bad at all. I'm not going to lie. I thought it might have been a little bit... I was going to be worried if it was a bit more than that, but I also expected it to be a bit more than that. I don't really know why. Okay, so I need to just sort of play back a little bit for a minute here. Just get some health back. Okay, so if we pop a reload now... we should be able to focus this eye again. I missed the shots it was taking with the lasers. Here it goes. There we go. That's that head gone. This should be the last head gone. Okay, so it's literally like the Mega Abomination is about 1 shot right now. There we go. Mega Abomination down. That was really fast. Very powerful. I'm not going to lie. I can genuinely see why people say this is one of the best guns for taking down bosses within this game, because that was a very fast Mega Abomination fight. It really didn't take us too long. The only thing that took long was me trying to get to a bit of cover. Harry, can you be a bit more careful here? The only thing that took long was me trying to get to a bit of cover to actually let it just start shooting this electric at me a lot more. I'm just going to pop my field upgrade just to be sure that I don't go down here. And even then, I still might go down if I'm not careful. Let me just get away. I'll zip up here and I'll jump off to go somewhere else. But overall, the gun feels very solid. It feels very powerful. It does the damage you'd expect it to do. Again, my only complaint with this gun is sort of that situation where I was just then, where there's a whole bunch of different zombies around. It's going to make it a little bit difficult for you because, again, you're waiting to bolt that bullet. It's not quite 1-shot in the armored zombies, so it makes that a little bit more difficult. Whereas if you compare it to like the Lockwood 680, for example, that would 1-shot the zombies, even the armored zombies in the tier 3 zone. So that is one thing that you might want to bear in mind, is the fact that you probably are going to find yourselves in situations where just farming zombies in general becomes a little bit more difficult. Like if we take this here, for example, as I can hit my shots, like when they're all lined up, you can do decent damage to the zombies because they're simply just going to be all together. You're going to be doing crit shots. But when you've got those fast zombies on you, you just need to try and hit headshots, and it's kind of difficult with these things right behind you. Like, as you can see, again, I'm in a situation where I'm about to go down. So if you're trying to grind a certain contract or a certain zombie, like if I'm trying to take down a Mega Abomination, I had all these zombies around me, I would really struggle to actually go ahead and do it, simply because the gun just... I don't know, the gun just doesn't feel fast enough. Like, now I've got mimics on me, I've got everything just chasing me right now, and it's becoming a little bit difficult to actually eliminate any of these zombies that are around me. So what you might want to do if you plan on using this gun to take down boss zombies, because as we said, it is very good against those boss zombies, what you might want to do is pair it up with a different gun. Like, say you've got a favorite gun in this game, maybe the Lockwood 680, which you know is going to do absolute damage to the zombies around you. You might want to pair it up with that, and then what you could do is actually use the sniper to take down the bosses in the game. So that's one thing that you could take into consideration, you could try out, because as I do keep saying, these zombies are kind of difficult to try and take down when there's a whole load of them around you. But of course, the one good thing about having a sniper rifle, you pair it up with a turret, you can do stupid damage from any range. It doesn't matter where the zombies are, you're going to be able to drop them. That hellhound miles away from me easily gets dropped. So yeah, overall, is this gun good against boss zombies? Yes, 100%. It's going to absolutely eliminate boss zombies with no problem whatsoever. Let me try and do some damage to this Mega Abomination from this sort of distance. This is what I mean with a sniper. I think I've actually just cracked its head, and I am so far away from it. as you can see, we're actually doing damage to the Mega Abomination from this far away, which is ridiculous. Like, the thing hasn't even shot on me, doesn't even know where I am, I don't think, and I'm still managing to take it out. Like, I'm not even doing headshot damage, and it still does good damage to the Mega Abomination, which is kind of crazy. So if we just wait for it to turn around, I think that's his head. There, oh my, have we actually destroyed 2 of its heads without even being anywhere near the Mega Abomination? I genuinely think we might have done. So it looks like we actually have. Let's see what sort of we can... So let's see if we can finish it off from this sort of distance. So his mouth's open again. Can I get the angle on the shot? Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. But yeah, this gun just feels ridiculous against the boss zombies. I'm not going to lie. I can see why people said, Harry, if you want to take down boss zombies easy, use the XRK Stalker. It is very, very good. And if you guys were wondering, here is the class setup that I was running for the gun if you want to try it out for yourself. But we've just got the angle to... Oh, we didn't quite have the angle. So the fact that you can do this sort of damage to a Mega Abomination from this far away, like, it doesn't actually know where I am. At no point is it locked onto where I am or anything like that. It's just ridiculously easy to take it down. We could probably just keep firing at it and end up taking it down without even shooting headshots if we really wanted to. As you can see, it's literally like on very, very low HP right now, like ridiculously low health. And that was just from me being really far away. So if you want to take down a Mega Abomination, it'll take you a while. You can do it from a distance as long as you're going to get the critical hit angles on it. Or if you do what I've done before where I just ran at it, you can quite easily take it down from there as well. And of course, if you're closer and it's locked onto you, it's going to open those mouths a bit more. You're going to be able to hit those laser shots and just take it out of the game ridiculously fast like the first one that I did. So in a situation like this, I wish I had like a really good gun for just mowing through the zombies. And then every time a boss zombie showed up, I could just melt through the boss zombie. This is okay against zombies. As you can see, like, you can do the damage. You are going to be able to take the zombies out. It's just going to take you a little bit longer than what you might want it to. There's a mangler. Should be a 2-shot to the mangler, which indeed it was. So these zombies are running up on us. When it's just the normal zombies, they're easy to take out. Like, there's no problem taking those normal zombies out. Oh, I ended up going down because I wasn't paying attention. But when there's normal zombies around, it's easy to take them down because it's one shot. It's only when there's the armored ones you have to hit the headshots, which does make it a little bit more difficult. Because, of course, we're trying to break that armor and then take the zombie out of the game, which is a little bit more annoying. So there's another Mega Abomination coming on smoke from where I just went down. We should let it open its eye, crack that one. That's one head gone nice and quickly, no problem. Keep firing at that pink mouth when it opens up. This gun is ridiculous against bosses. Like, it actually is crazy against the boss zombies. There we go, one more head gone. It's literally got one head left already. This thing is ridiculous, especially against things like Mega Abominations, Mimics, Manglers, Disciples, whatever it might be. It's going to go crazy on them. I've actually just gone down again, which was a very bad play from me. He stood in the right spot. I'm stood in the wrong spots. And that was simply just because I wasn't paying attention, but he should take down that Mega Abomination pretty quickly now. But thanks to our teammate, we've got back up again. He's actually saved me a couple times just there. I can't lie. It's a big shout out to him. That was just me playing badly. But that Disciple should come down pretty quickly. Headshot on that. Yep, Disciple absolutely melted. So in this sort of situation now where I'm playing with like a team, you're going to be absolutely fine. You could let all your teammates take out the zombies. You just focus the big zombies and it's going to be very, very easy to take them down. But I think I'm going to leave today's video there, guys, because we have managed to show it off nice and easily. I'm sure if you guys went and tried this against the Red Worm as well, it's going to do insane damage to that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please be sure to smash thumbs up, as it helps me out way more than you can imagine. Let me know your thoughts on this XRK Stalker. Is it something you guys are going to go ahead and try out? Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what other sort of guns you want to see me use in the comments as well, because I will definitely take recommendations from you guys. And I just want to let everyone know that has left a comment on the recent videos. I am working on getting those gun videos out for you that have recommended me certain weapons. So I am working through them. There are some guns that I'm going to be trying out that you guys have already recommended. So if there's any other guns you think I should try, let me know in the comments. I'll go ahead and try them out. And of course, I'll put them through the best test that we can. I will make sure we test them as much as possible within the games. But I appreciate watching the end. Have a great rest of the day, and I will catch you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.